8 is Enough was a heartfelt family drama that captured the hearts of audiences in the late 1970s and early 1980s. With its warm, relatable stories and unforgettable moments, the show became a cherished part of many childhoods. However, behind the bright lights of television, the real lives of its cast members were often overshadowed by heartbreaking tragedies. The radiant smiles on screen could not conceal the harsh struggles they faced in reality. Some battled devastating illnesses, endured emotional turmoil beyond repair, or met tragic fates that left fans in shock. In this article, we take a deep dive into the lives of the stars who once brought the beloved Bradford family to life, uncovering the painful hardships they endured, from the heights of fame to the depths of unimaginable sorrow. Dick Van Patten was born on December 9, 1928, in Kew Gardens, New York. He became a familiar face to television audiences as Tom Bradford, the devoted yet often exasperated patriarch of the large Bradford family in 8 is Enough. With his warm demeanor and effortless charm, Van Patten created an image of the perfect TV dad, a role that cemented his legacy in television history. However, despite his on-screen persona of a happy, stable father, his real life had its own share of struggles. While he enjoyed a long and seemingly happy marriage to his wife, Pat Van Patten, and had 3 sons who followed in his footsteps in the entertainment industry, he faced significant health challenges later in life. A diabetes diagnosis led to complications, and he suffered a debilitating stroke in 2005. His health continued to decline over the next decade, and on June 23, 2015, he passed away at the age of 86 due to complications from diabetes. His death marked the end of an era for fans of classic television, and his passing was mourned by those who had grown up watching him as the ever-reliable Tom Bradford. Connie Needham was born on December 5, 1959, in Anaheim, California. She portrayed Elizabeth Bradford, the lively and independent daughter in 8 is Enough, appearing in all 112 episodes from 1977 to 1981. With her natural charm and youthful energy, she became a fan favorite, but life after the show was far from glamorous. Unlike some of her co-stars, Needham struggled to maintain a long-term career in Hollywood, eventually stepping away from acting altogether. She later faced personal hardships, including a divorce from her husband, James Dunham, after nearly 2 decades of marriage. In 2009, her world was shaken when she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. The battle was grueling, but she managed to fight through it, emerging as a survivor. Though she has remained largely out of the public eye in recent years, her journey from young TV star to cancer survivor serves as a testament to her resilience in the face of adversity. Lani O'Grady was born Lanita Rose O'Grady on October 2, 1954, in Walnut Creek, California. She portrayed Mary Bradford, the intelligent and responsible eldest daughter on 8 is Enough, a role that made her a familiar face to television audiences. However, O'Grady's real life was filled with struggles that starkly contrasted the wholesome family dynamic portrayed on screen. She suffered from severe anxiety and panic disorders from a young age, which worsened under the pressures of Hollywood fame. She turned to prescription medication, which led to a lifelong battle with addiction. Despite stepping away from acting after 8 is Enough ended, the damage had already been done. She worked as a talent agent for some time but continued to struggle with substance abuse. In 1994, she checked herself into rehab, attempting to regain control of her life. However, her demons proved too powerful. On September 25, 2001, just a week before her 47th birthday, she was found dead in her mobile home in Valencia, California. The cause of death was an overdose of painkillers, though whether it was accidental or intentional remained unclear. Her tragic demise was a heartbreaking reminder of the dark side of Hollywood fame, leaving fans wondering what could have been if she had found the help she so desperately needed. Susan Richardson was born on March 11, 1952, in Coatesville, Pennsylvania. She played Susan Bradford Stockwell in 8 is Enough, appearing in every episode of the series. At the height of the show's success, she seemed to have it all: youth, fame, and a promising future. But behind the scenes, her life unraveled in heartbreaking ways. Struggles with addiction, financial instability, and health problems plagued her for decades. After the show ended, she found herself out of work and unable to reclaim her Hollywood career. She suffered from diabetes, severe weight loss, and nerve damage, which left her in chronic pain. Perhaps most tragic was the fact that she ended up living in near poverty, relying on Social Security and living in a mobile home. Despite these hardships, she continued to fight, often speaking out about the dark side of Hollywood and how former stars were discarded once the cameras stopped rolling. Though she has not passed away, her life has been marked by difficulties that few could have predicted during her days as a beloved TV star. Adam Rich was born on October 12, 1968, in Brooklyn, New York. He was just 8 years old when he charmed audiences as Nicholas Bradford, the adorable youngest son in 8 is Enough. With his signature page boy haircut and mischievous grin, he quickly became one of television's most beloved child stars. But behind the innocent smile, Adam struggled with demons that would follow him into adulthood. The pressures of early fame weighed heavily on him, and as he grew older, he found himself unable to transition into a stable career. Drug addiction took hold of his life, leading to multiple arrests and rehab stints. Despite periods of sobriety, he never fully escaped the cycle of substance abuse. In his later years, he became a recluse, shying away from the public eye, haunted by the fame that once defined him. His life came to a tragic end on January 7, 2023, when he was found dead in his Los Angeles home at the age of 54. The cause was ruled as an accidental overdose, a heartbreaking conclusion to a life that had begun with so much promise but was ultimately overshadowed by personal struggles and addiction. Lori Walters was born on January 8, 1947, in San Francisco, California. She brought Joanie Bradford to life in 8 is Enough, appearing in all 112 episodes from 1977 to 1981. Joanie was the strong-willed, career-driven daughter, and Walters played her with a mix of charm and determination. But unlike her on-screen counterpart, Walters' real-life journey took a different path. She never quite found another major role after 8 is Enough, and by the 1990s, she had largely retired from acting. Instead, she shifted her focus to environmental activism, dedicating her time to causes she felt passionate about. While she largely avoided the personal turmoil that befell some of her co-stars, she struggled with the industry's lack of opportunities for aging actresses. Now living a quiet life away from Hollywood, Walters has embraced a world far removed from the bright lights of television, choosing purpose over fame. Michael Thoma was born on December 3, 1926, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He portrayed Dr. Greg Maxwell, a recurring character in 8 is Enough, appearing in 42 episodes throughout the show's run. Though not a central member of the Bradford family, his role as a caring and dependable doctor made him a familiar face to the show's fans. Off-screen, Thoma was a dedicated actor who had worked in theater and television for years, but he never quite reached the level of fame he had hoped for. His personal life was marked by a quiet struggle with illness, something he rarely spoke about publicly. In 1982, just a year after 8 is Enough ended, he lost his battle with cancer at the age of 55. His death went largely unnoticed in Hollywood, a stark reminder of how fleeting fame can be. Though he never achieved widespread recognition, those who knew him remembered him as a kind and talented performer whose contributions to television, though small, were meaningful. Virginia Vincent was born on May 3, 1918, in Goshen, New York. She portrayed Daisy Maxwell in 8 is Enough, appearing in 15 episodes between 1977 and 1979. With her warmth and natural screen presence, she brought a quiet strength to her role. However, beyond the cameras, Vincent lived a life far removed from the scripted harmony of the Bradford family. A lifelong character actress, she appeared in numerous films and television shows but never found lasting stardom. Her personal life remained largely private, though she was known to have experienced turbulent relationships that left emotional scars. As she aged, health complications began to take their toll, and in her later years, she withdrew from the public eye. On October 3, 2013, she passed away at the age of 95 due to complications from undisclosed illnesses. Though she never achieved major fame, her contributions to television and film left an enduring mark on classic Hollywood storytelling. James Karen was born on November 28, 1923, in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. He played Elliot Randolph in 8 is Enough, a recurring character seen in 13 episodes between 1978 and 1981. While many may remember him for his work on the show, Karen was a prolific actor who appeared in hundreds of films and television series, earning a reputation as one of Hollywood's most recognizable "that guy" actors. But behind his professional success, his personal life was riddled with difficulties. Though he was married for decades, his relationships were not without strain, as his dedication to acting often took precedence over family life. Karen suffered significant health issues in his final years, ultimately succumbing to respiratory failure on October 23, 2018, at the age of 94. His death marked the end of an era for character actors of his generation, leaving behind a legacy of unforgettable roles and a career that, while never leading to superstardom, earned him the respect of his peers and fans alike. Janis Paige was born on September 16, 1922, in Tacoma, Washington. She played Auntie V in 8 is Enough, appearing in 5 episodes between 1977 and 1980. A talented actress and singer, Paige had already enjoyed a long and successful career in film, television, and Broadway before stepping into the role. She dazzled audiences with her performances, but behind the glamour was a woman who endured her share of personal heartaches. She married 3 times, with each relationship marked by its own struggles. While she lived a long life, she faced declining health in her later years, retreating from the industry that had once embraced her. Despite her career longevity, she often spoke of Hollywood's fleeting nature and how quickly stardom could fade. She passed away on June 2, 2023, at the age of 100, leaving behind a legacy of resilience and artistry in an industry that often forgets its stars once they step away from the spotlight. Joan Prather was born on October 17, 1950, in Dallas, Texas. She portrayed Janet in 8 is Enough, appearing in 22 episodes from 1979 to 1981. Prather's career showed early promise, with roles in films like The Harrad Experiment, but her Hollywood success was fleeting. After 8 is Enough, she struggled to maintain a high-profile career and eventually stepped away from acting. What makes Prather's life particularly complex is her involvement with Scientology, which reportedly influenced many aspects of her personal and professional decisions. Her relationships and family life have remained relatively private, but she has not been without controversy. While she has managed to avoid some of the tragic fates that befell other stars of her era, her retreat from Hollywood left her a largely forgotten name, a stark contrast to the early promise she once showed. Diana Hyland was born on January 25, 1936, in Cleveland Heights, Ohio. She played Joan Bradford, the loving matriarch of the Bradford family, in 8 is Enough, but her time on the show was tragically brief. She appeared in only 4 episodes before her untimely death. Off-screen, Hyland had a promising career but a deeply complicated personal life. She was involved in an intense and widely discussed relationship with John Travolta, who was 18 years her junior. Their love story was cut short when Hyland was diagnosed with breast cancer. Despite undergoing surgery, the disease spread aggressively, and she passed away on March 27, 1977, at just 41 years old. Her death devastated Travolta, who later revealed that she had been the love of his life. Her absence left a lasting void in 8 is Enough, forcing the show's writers to make significant changes, and leaving fans to mourn the loss of an actress whose talent and presence had barely been glimpsed before she was taken too soon. Grant Goodeve was born on July 6, 1952, in Middlebury, Connecticut. He played David Bradford, the eldest son in 8 is Enough, appearing in 111 episodes from 1977 to 1981. With his charming good looks and natural charisma, Goodeve became a teen idol of the late 1970s. Unlike many of his co-stars, he managed to avoid the curse of early fame, successfully transitioning into a steady career in television, voice acting, and hosting. However, his personal life was not without struggles. Behind the picture-perfect public persona, Goodeve faced the pressures of maintaining a Hollywood career, dealing with the fickle nature of the industry. Fortunately, he found stability in his long marriage and faith, steering clear of the tragic fates that befell some of his fellow cast members. As of recent years, he has largely stepped away from the limelight, preferring a quieter existence focused on family and creative pursuits outside of Hollywood. Willie Aames was born on July 15, 1960, in Newport Beach, California. As Tommy Bradford, The rebellious yet lovable son in 8 is Enough, Aames captured the spirit of teenage defiance throughout 109 episodes from 1977 to 1981. While his character struggled with growing pains on screen, Aames faced even greater battles in real life. The pressure of early fame led him down a destructive path of substance abuse, financial ruin, and personal turmoil. At the height of his career, he starred in Charles in Charge and Bibleman, but his demons caught up with him. He endured bankruptcy, homelessness, and failed relationships, falling from the heights of Hollywood stardom to sleeping on park benches. In a remarkable turn, he later rebuilt his life, becoming a financial advisor and finding stability. Though he has managed to survive the pitfalls that claimed many of his peers, his journey remains a cautionary tale of the dark side of fame. Betty Buckley was born on July 3, 1947, in Big Spring, Texas. She stepped into 8 is Enough in 1977 as Abby Bradford, the warm and supportive stepmother who helped hold the family together after the death of Joan Bradford. For 102 episodes, she brought depth and strength to the role, but off-screen, her life was far more complex. Buckley, a Tony Award-winning actress, balanced her television career with a celebrated presence on Broadway. However, her personal life was marked by solitude. She never married and had no children, a choice that she has spoken about candidly. While she avoided the substance abuse issues that plagued some of her castmates, she struggled with the relentless pressures of the entertainment industry. As time passed, she retreated from the Hollywood limelight, focusing on music and stage performances. Unlike many of her co-stars, she continues to thrive in the arts, though the sacrifices of a life in show business cast a long shadow over her personal happiness. Jennifer Darling was born on June 19, 1946, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In 8 is Enough, she played Donna, a recurring character who appeared in 24 episodes from 1977 to 1980. While her role on the show was not as central as the Bradford family members, her presence was familiar to audiences. Darling was a gifted character actress, best known for her voice work and roles in series like The $6 Million Man and The Bionic Woman. Despite a steady career, her personal life was marked by challenges. The pressures of Hollywood weighed heavily on her, and she often found herself struggling to secure roles as she aged out of the industry's preferred age range for women. Though she largely withdrew from the spotlight in later years, she remained involved in voice acting. While there are no widely reported tragic circumstances about her personal life or death, like many character actors of her era, she faced the harsh reality of an industry that can be unforgiving to aging performers. What are your thoughts on the lives, careers, and tragic deaths of the actors from 8 is Enough? Who do you remember the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to catch the latest videos.